We begin at 6 with some breaking news in the Hacienda HealthCare investigation. We've just learned the vulnerable patient who gave birth after being raped may have had another undiagnosed pregnancy at that facility.
Well, that detail was just revealed in more than 200 pages of new court filings from the victim's family. Chief Investigative Reporter Morgan Lowe just got his hands on those documents. Morgan, what are you learning?
Yeah, this notice of claim, the legal team in these documents says that she was repeatedly and violently raped. Now, they are demanding $45 million from the state in this new series of documents that were just released today. A notice of claim is a document that a plaintiff files before they sue a government agency. And this notice says Hacienda staff had 83 opportunities to spot the victim's pregnancy, but somehow nobody knew that she was about to give birth. The documents state that the victim's mother requested that she only be cared for by female staff members. That did not happen despite assurances that it would. And one of the most disturbing details here is that a medical examination of the victim afterward found scarring and other indications that she may have been pregnant in the past. And guys, that's significant because she had been in the state custody being taken care of in this incapacitated state since she was just a child.
People may be wondering, why do they have a lawsuit against the state versus the company, the Hacienda private entity?
Right, so they will likely probably sue the company as well. But in this notice, they're saying that the state had an obligation to oversee and to make sure that Hacienda was doing its job correctly and that it failed in that responsibility. So they're arguing that the state is partly responsible for what happened to this woman.
And we've talked about the layers of alleged negligence here when you've got a woman who, if she's being properly cared for and bathed, then certainly those caregivers should have spotted signs of a pregnancy, and potentially her caregiver or her doctor, I should say, who'd given her pelvic exams should have seen other signs of trauma.
Opportunity after opportunity. And one of the more interesting things that I saw in here is that this notice, they quote people from the state. They quote the head of the Department of Health Services, and they even quote the governor of Arizona condemning the negligence in this case. So they're using these government officials' quotes against them, saying that, look, even you guys say that this was terrible. And it'll be interesting to see how that's used in this case to reach a settlement or before it goes to trial.
Multi-million-dollar settlement potentially on the lines here.
Yeah.
Morgan, thank you for those details. My goodness.